Hello Internet. So in this tutorial we shall be learning how to write Yara rules. If you are one of the engineers who is now behind an antivirus production company, or you are the person or one of the engineers inside the antivirus firm, so this tutorial might be for you. Basically, if you are working in the blue team side of things, because if you are conducting a threat hunt team, so this video might be able to help you. Let's say you are given an assignment to write the malware signatures upon detection by your forensic guys, or you are actually a forensic person. So you have just got some certain forensic artifacts and are eager to make sure that the antivirus is able to catch or detect the pieces of strings or the pieces of signatures. So this tutorial might be able to help you in order to understand how signatures at uh, at the lowest level can be written. So which means the antivirus people are making use of the Yara rules in order to detect or to classify the types of malware, because the people that are writing malware or malware authors basically are making reuse of code like other programmers. So now we will be writing these Yara rules in order to make sure that we try to detect the malware for future sake. This is why you will see an antivirus is able to detect the latest version of a malware. It will be just because of the strains that were reused in that malware family. We can make an example with Yara ransomware, which was descended from Helm's malware. The both of these malwares were actually types of ransomware, but because of the reuse of some certain methods or strings, the malware vendors, or the antivirus vendors were able to likely catch the malware on the fly or upon the runtime. So now what we can do, we will make use of the program, an executable for Linux, but it's not actually a malware, but we will show you how the extracted strings or bytes can be able to help us in creation of Yara rules. If you remember this tutorial, it helps us to extract strings from a portable executable. So for that matter, we will make use of the same program that we implemented right here. So now, if you remember well, we can search for the program, simple program. Let me search Gitra, because it was in the same folder. This is the simple program. So now what we can do is to open up the terminal. If you fire up the terminal, then you can touch into we can touch into simple program, simple yes, simple.yara. So we can create a simple.yara file. If you get into it, then you will see there is nothing right away. So what we can do is to vim into simple.yara. So after that, then you can press I in order to be able to type right here. Now what we can do is to rule simple, and then when you are here, what we can do is to yes, so as we are here now, what we can do is we need meta, because what we require here is to give some basic information about this, which is description. For instance, description, let me come here, description. Now this is a basic string detection rule. Some strings inside the malware can be able to help us to give us clue about this malware, because upon compilation of the malware, some certain artifacts can be of crucial purpose when it comes to static. This is the one of the results of the the basic or the static analysis of a malware. Now let's see the author is, yes, so this is me, and let's say we need version. So we've got version. Now let's say we have v1.0. This is our first Yara rule. In the next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to generate a Yara rule using Kitra. Now we've got strings. Now we've got strings. Let me declare string one, which is, if you can open another tab, so we can strings. Yes, strings, simple program. Now we've got the strings, so we can pick a random string right here, so that we can be, but we need strings that will help us upon detection. So one of the strings that we know about this program is enter your last name, something like this one. We can copy this and then paste it right here. So let's say this is your last name. Then let's take and name string 2, then let me come here, and then we know there is the word age. We can even add another string right here. So if you are in the production side, if you are in the production, I think this is a very small Yara rule, so you need to write a slightly huge Yara rule, because even automation of Yara rules is a critical skill that you need to acquire. But as for now, I'm showing you the basics of what you need to actually have to know. Now let me have to string 3. The string 3 is not necessary to name your string or str. You can name them according to how you declare your variables. But now what we can do is let me say you can see you cannot participate, you can participate. So you can see these strings are actually coded inside this inside the now. Okay, so now let's come to the condition, so that now we are in the judgment. So condition, which means on the condition, what we can do is to if this Yara rule, or if Yara can be able to identify any of these strings or one of these strings, because the conditions can be as much as possible, which means we can say 1 and 2 or 3, like let me see, we can say string 1 or string 2 or string 3. But to avoid that, what I can do is to just type any of them, because I'm hunting for any of these strings. So upon the detection of anything to do with this, then it has to conclude that this file might be containing a malware if it was in a malware analysis case. So now what we can do is to press escape in order to save that. So what we can do is, now we have written that to simple.yara. Now what we can do is to clear And then now what we can do is to Yara into help, so we can see the flags that we can be able to pass. So we want to print the strings that are available in this file and the Yara rule. So now what we can do is to clear up this. So what we can do is to Yara pass S and then R. So now we've got this. Let's try to check what we can do. Now we can see that these strings are actually available in this program and in the Yara rule, so which imply that in a malware investigation, this will be able to tell you that the malware contains the files inside the antivirus database. So this is the case that you need to be able to understand, because an antivirus is a database of signatures and bytes which will be compared to the one on the files to be scanned, such as what we are doing now. So then if an antivirus will be able to detect that the file contains some strings or some bytes available in our database, it concludes that this file is suspicious, then it has to be moved to quarantine or be deleted. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.